Hey everyone, so that countertop right there is basically 16 foot long. So when I cut that out at 25 inches out of two 4x8 sheets of MDF, I'm left with 16 foot of 24-inch scrap, right? I can't make another countertop when they're only 24 inches long and I got to cut into a brand new sheet. So there's one more piece with this, and so let's listen in and we'll see how I remedied this. All right, so I came up with a bit of a dilemma. I have one countertop piece that needs to be 25 inches wide by basically 36 inches long, but I've got this scrap over here. Both of these long pieces are 24 inches, and I didn't want to cut into a brand new 4x8 sheet just to get a piece that was 25 by 36. So I took one of the 24-inch pieces and I thought, well, I'm just going to add another inch to it. So I've got my 25 inches. So I thought, am I going to use biscuits? Am I going to use dowels? Am I going to just glue it? Am I going to use epoxy to adhere the two? And then knowing that I'm going to have a drop edge going all the way around the bottom of this countertop, what I did, as you can see here, the seam, so what I did was I put a drop edge on here that's going to extend, that's about 1.25 inches more than what I need. Then what I'll be able to do is I'll be able to take this piece and I will glue it to the inside edge, and I'll glue it to the bottom, and then from the bottom side I'll put pin nails in there and then I'll clamp it. Then obviously I'm going to have a seam on the top, and so I'll bondo that seam just like I normally would if I'm seaming a piece. But this is going to allow me to do this a lot quicker. That's going to be supported, that extra inch. This is going to be the back. This will be, where's my finger at? This will be the back of the countertop, and that will be the front. So that will be going up against the wall, and this is where the seam will be, and the customer is going to be putting up backsplash. So, I'm going to be able to hide that seam just like I am any other seam. But this was a way to be able to add an extra inch to a 24-inch piece, being supported down below with the extended drop edge. And then once I get that glued, then what I'm going to do is then I'll get my exact 25-inch cut going across. So I did that just a little bit long, but I'll be able to cut that at exactly 25. So that's how I was able to use some 24-inch scrap to get a 25-inch piece without, trying to seam in just a small 1-inch piece. So I think that's going to work really well. I will continue on and follow up. So just as a recap, I put my drop edge on the bottom, extending that out a little bit longer than what I was going to need. Put a piece on top that I glued to the inside edge and the bottom edge, and then pin nailed it. That's what you see there. I apologize, I didn't get a picture of it being bondoed. I also used a couple bar clamps to be able to squeeze that tight as I was pin nailing it. And then I got that edge bondoed, and then this is the final piece and prepped and ready for epoxy. So for those of you who do build new countertops, maybe this could be a solution for you, but it worked out really good for me and a great way to use up some of that 24-inch scrap that we always end up after cutting out a 25 or 25.5-inch countertop. So leave your comments below. Let me know what you think of this idea. Take care, everybody.